This is my Toyota Sienna 2014 XLE, and in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the rotors. As you can see here, my rotors are pretty bad on this side, and this is the other wheel. As you can see, there's a lot of irregularities to where when I go about 60 to 80 miles an hour and I brake, my front starts to vibrate. I bought this kit on Amazon for about 130 bucks. It came with 2 rotors, brake pads, some lube, and even an instruction guide, which is kind of cool. I'll have links in the comments and in the description below. Step 1, use a car jack and a jacking stand right over here hiding behind this car jack. Lift up your car and remove your wheel. I'm not going to show you that because that's pretty straightforward. Step 2, you're going to remove this screw right here, and there's this one right here. It's a 14 millimeter, so use a ratchet wrench or whatever tool you have to remove that. Then we're going to remove this piece like this, and just carefully put it right here so it doesn't fall. You don't want to put a lot of stress on this hose, so I'm resting it on this bar over here. Next, I'm going to remove the brake pads, remove these little clips or springs, and slide these out like this. So these are still not too bad. Next, we're going to remove this piece, and the way you do that is there is this bolt right here, and then there's one more, that one right there, and it's a 17 millimeter. Like that. Gave it a little tap and removed it. It's a good idea to maybe sand this down a little just to get some of the rust off, clean it up a little bit before installing the new one. Take the new rotor, align it with the holes, put it back on like this. It's also a good idea to clean this guy before installing it. As you can see, there's a lot of dirt here, gunked up. Unfortunately, I don't have a wire brush, but a little scraper or something that, you can just kind of remove some of that gunk. Okay. Before installing these pieces, it's a good idea to replace these, which are going to be found in your brake pads. They come in a little baggie. Just take a little screwdriver. You'll see these clips are kind of holding on like this. So you just pry them out, kind of like that. I like to do one at a time, just so that I know what orientation this clip was in, and reinstall the new one. So let me do that. So for example, this one was like this, so we're going to put this one back like that. So here's what it looks like with all of them in there. So now we get to install this. So before installing the other thing, another trick so that this doesn't move around, I put 2 lug nuts on it, and that keeps it pressed, so it prevents it from moving around, so I don't have to worry about it kind of moving while I'm installing the other piece. Next, we're putting this back. So remember the orientation putting this back. These are on the front side, so not like this, but like this. So let's install this piece like that. The bolts. You want to do the top one first, so that way it can hold it, because if you do the bottom one, it's going to want to swing open. Okay. Lastly, make sure you tighten those bolts really good. Next, you're going to have to put this, I forgot the proper term for it, back. I already did one on this side. Now I'm going to do this side, and I don't have the proper tool for it, so what I use is a C-clamp and a piece of metal bracket and push it back. So I'll show you how I did that other one. So I open the C-clamp all the way, it fits right in like this, and then I use this little bar to kind of pry it to get it started. Once I'm in, then I use the C-clamp and just basically pushed it all the way, and going until you're all the way in, like that. Okay, I'm gonna loosen it up and remove it. So as you can see, now I have both of them. But I'll have the tool and the link in the description below if you want to buy one. Don't be cheap like me. Next, I'm going to put the brake pads in. So you just align it with this bracket, kind of push it at an angle like this. So before I install the other piece, I got to put these spring clips back on, and they just go into these little holes right here. One on top, and then another one on the bottom, kind of like that. Basically what that does is it springs them open. Okay, now I'll install this guy. I also put some lubricant on here and on the back side, so that way it doesn't make any noises or anything like that down the road. Put that back on and put the bolts back on. And like always, make sure you tighten those as well. So it was free spinning right here, so I gotta use a wrench as well. Finally, put your wheel back on. And finally, don't forget to pump your brakes. And if you like this video, check out this video right here next.